The banking system will be unrecognizable by 2030, and this will be the biggest missed opportunity in our living history. Again, all my videos are for entertainment, not financial advice. Don't make any financial moves based on what I say. What we do is we provide financial education due to the deep-rooted indoctrination in our education system that doesn't teach us how money actually works. But I'm here to teach you the human behavior, macro and microeconomic part of it, and why 99% of the population ends up in the same situation. They never rewire the foundation. Rich parents have rich kids, poor parents have poor kids, middle class parents have middle class kids. It's not a bad, good, or indifferent thing. It's just the behaviors are passed down. And until somebody rewires the foundation, they're going to end up in the same situation. So China went from completely resisting, shutting down cryptocurrency, to fighting in Chinese court that it is now property. And they're pushing to develop the sector big time in China. And in America, we went to resisting cryptocurrency from resisting cryptocurrency, throwing out a case against Ripple, to on the IRS website, figuring out how to properly tax cryptocurrency. Here you go. If you want to see it for yourself, you can look at all this stuff. This is stuff that me and my team read all day, okay? Here you go. Digital assets. It's all here. Okay, I'm going to show you a short video, but I want to share with you what I think is going to happen. I'm going to break down some dates for you. I want your logical circuit to fire off. Get a pen and paper. Pause this video and get a pen and paper. Remember, 2012, write these down. The FOMC was created, Future Oversight Committee, regulate non-bank financial institutions. Number 2, Rosie Rios is told reduce coin and cash usage, but she couldn't because of GDP growth. Number 3, the Bank Bail-In Committee was created. Okay, write all those down in 2012. FOMC, Bank Bail-In Committee, and Rosie Rios is told to reduce coin and cash usage. So fast forward to December 20th, 2020, where Jay Clayton, the head of the SEC, initiates a case against Ripple around XRP being a security. Key, write that date down. 3 days later, he exits the SEC, to consult for a cryptocurrency firm. Okay, then Gary Gensler comes popping into the SEC, who was the head MIT professor for cryptocurrency. Okay, now let's go back to 2012. Gary Gensler was part of the creation of the FOMC, Future Oversight Committee, which is to regulate non-bank financial institutions. Do you have your pen and paper? Jay Clayton, fast forward to 2022, January, became part of the board of the Bank Bail-In Committee. If you wrote this down, remember in 2012, they created the Bank Bail-In Committee. So in 2012, they created the Bank Bail-In Committee that Jay Clayton, who initiated the case against Ripple, now sits on the board. That's for your banks bailing in, guys. Head MIT professor for cryptocurrency who was part of the FOMC creation, now sits on the head of the SEC, which is regulating your cryptocurrency. So here's what I believe is going to happen. So now we're heading into approvals of Bitcoin ETFs, and they're going to wait till all of them are ready to go. They're going to stall it. They're going to wait till the big banks and organizations are ready for implementation. They're all going to be released at the same time. I believe it's going to be either back end of Q3 when we're not paying attention during the holidays, or it's going to be on the front end of Q4 before the Bitcoin halving. They're going to release the Bitcoin ETF so they can flood their clients in at very low prices because they know the capital markets are collapsing down on the back end of this year. So who's the hero if they bring their rich clients in when cryptocurrency's really down and the Bitcoin halving happens, and then boom, it goes parabolic. And as you guys are all coming in when you're excited and everybody's celebrating in your barber and your nail salon and the grocery store clerk is talking about crypto, just like in 2021 going into 2022, we're going to be selling you our cryptocurrency because they're going to pull the plug on you because their job is to make their clients wealthy. And if they pull the plug on you and sell you their cryptocurrency as it goes parabolic and you're coming in and excited, they become the hero. They're going to do exactly what we do. We're buying now. We're dollar cost averaging now, and we're putting money on the sidelines for this pullback when the capital markets come down in Q4. Then we have a strict exit plan set up. We developed an app called Merlin. It's going public very soon, where we're going to exit the markets as you're coming in. As we exit the markets, we secure in things like Index Universal Life, tax code 7702. We're going to be getting more real estate. We're going to be going vertical, going into apartment complexes. We're going to be getting more precious metals and buying equity in more companies to increase our earned income every single month. So we're going to watch this video, then I'll round it out with a quick recap. Get your pen and paper out. Pay attention to what he says.
It is crypto's shining moment. A DC court ruling that the SEC was wrong to deny asset manager Grayscale's ETF proposal. It could be paving the way for the first ever spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund. Joining us now is Pioneer Development Group Chief Analytics Officer Christopher Alexander. Great to have you. Do you see a spot ETF approval now inevitable?
It's inevitable. I think there's definitely a timing question. The SEC seems to have asked for clarification and is perhaps kind of lining all the cars up to start the race at the same time, which I think...
That was key. Line all the cars up to start the race at the same time. When their big brothers and sisters and the big financial and banking institutions are ready, they're going to release all the horses at the same time, get their clients in, getting ready for the Bitcoin halving and the parabolic move in 2024 to 2025.
I think is kind of reasonable. So I don't think it's imminent, but I think in industry, the general consensus is that all of them will be awarded at once, and then all of those entities will start accumulating for their investors.
So I want to follow up on that. We have, many other ETFs that have been submitted. When you say they're all going to be approved at once, what should we be expecting timeline-wise from the investor standpoint of when to start maybe getting in on this before that approval happens?
Okay, this is key. This is what we've been preaching for a long time. We're dollar cost averaging now. We're buying the big dips when it goes straight down the capital markets. And then we're going to start exiting after the Bitcoin halving when it starts going up. Laddering out on the way up.
Well, you've watched the recent drop and then great news with Grayscale and Bitcoin moving back up over the past 24 hours. I mean, dollar cost averaging, accumulating, it makes sense. There are a number of events in the near horizon, say through April 2024, they're kind of guessing is the next halving, for example, of Bitcoin. So there's a few things happening at once that are likely to create pressures for it. So, we're
Okay, so let's recap that. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to be buying. We've been dollar cost averaging since the collapse in 2022, okay? When it pulls back big time on the back end, all the capital markets are coming down, guys. We're in September right now, year after the Shemitah, Jubilee, all that stuff. It's human behavior, human cycles, nothing to worry about, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to accumulate heavily from now till the Bitcoin halving. Then when it goes Bitcoin halving, it will slowly start to go up, and then boom, it'll go parabolic. When they're saying Bitcoin's going to 200, Bitcoin's going to 100K, it's not going to go to 100K, guys. That is FUD in the market. Everybody starts coming in. I'll believe it when I see it. And then all of a sudden they get excited. They get the greed gene and we sell the profits to you guys. Or excuse me, what we're selling to you is our profits. You have to train your brain now. Because if you've never had wealth, if you've never had a large amount of money, when you get it, you're going to panic and you're going to think you're going to keep getting it. Why do you think casinos give you free alcohol? Why do you think they give you free rooms? They know that you have the greed gene indoctrinated in you. Why do they keep selling you lottery tickets? They know that you have the greed gene indoctrinated in you. They trained you this way. They know that when you win the jackpot at the casino, that you're going to keep hitting that button because you think it's going to happen again, and it won't. The chances of you getting rich twice like this in an opportunity like this are very, very minimal. That's why you need to rewire the foundation to end up in a new situation. You need to build wealth paradigm. You need to educate yourself. You need to understand how money flows through the system. It always ends up in the same 1% hand every single time. So start rewiring the foundation to end up in a new situation. I got some great resources coming out for you guys. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Love you guys. Remember, I will never proactively DM you. That is not me communicating with you. I will never ask you how your investments are doing. I do not have an investment platform. Do not send anybody money pretending to be me. I have a Education Academy, which is linked in my bio here. Education Academy, the 3T Warrior Academy. I also have licensed insurance agents in all 50 states that have a free conversation with you around tax code 7702, tax-free retirement, and how we secure and compound our wealth. It's my insurance team. It's linked in my bio here. I'll never ask you about your investments. I'll never ask you how your crypto's doing. I'll never ask you to send me money on some random platform. Use discernment. Love you guys.